welcome back to my channel. So for today, it's going to be something really cool. I'm going to be doing a review and just kind of first look at the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill the Vault Collection. Now this is the new collection that she just came out with, and honestly, like, just looking at the colors so far, I think I'm really gonna like it. So it comes in this really cute little box like this. It has her photo right here. Actually, when I got the box in the mail, I was terrified because it was so smushed. Like, it literally looked like the people at the post office just kicked it across the world, and I was like, that's it, it's gonna be crushed, I'm gonna have to write Morphe. And no, they actually wrapped it up so good in the box. I was so happy and so proud of Morphe for that. So again, this is the back of the box, and then let me just read to you what it says here. When developing the Jaclyn Hill palette, I created so many different eyeshadows in my search for the perfect palette. Narrowing it down to just 35 colors was nearly impossible for me. There were way too many gorgeous shades to eliminate any of them. That is why I am so excited to finally show you guys the other shades that were in the vault. Same beautiful formula and pigmentation, but all different colors. It's like my palette had babies. I hope you guys love this collection as much as I do. Alright guys, so let's just jump right in. So it was very easy to open, and then inside the palettes themselves are bubble wrapped again, which I really like. Again, kudos to Morphe for just keeping it so safe. And then they come in this cute little box with this little tab for you to pull them out. This really reminds me of like when I was a kid and I used to buy like a book series, and then it would come like this, like in a little box set, and then all the little books would come out. But instead of books, we have palettes. So there's 4 palettes. Each palette has kind of like a different color scheme. So I'm just gonna open them all up and show them to you guys. So this one is Ring the Alarm, and as you can tell, it's just full of these really warm shades. Got oranges, browns, reds, burgundies, things like that. This is probably the one that I'll reach for the most just because it's closest to like a neutral palette. So I feel like it'll be the one that's the most versatile. Versatile. Is it versatile or versatile? I'm educated, y'all, I swear. I swear it on my mom. This next palette is called Armed and Gorgeous, and as you can tell, it's got this one kind of funky green color, these like goldish green colors, and then lots of shades of like orange and brown. I feel like this is gonna be that palette that I reach for the most in the fall because it's got all those really nice cool fall tones, like when the leaves start turning dark green and then orange and then brown. So I think this is definitely gonna be like fall time palette. Like anytime I go anywhere in fall, I think I'm going to be wearing this. The third palette is called Bling Boss, and as you can tell, it's just full of like pretty pinks and purples, just everything very rosy. It's got a very rosy theme, and then one kind of like neutral toned purple, just a very true purple. So I really like this one. I think this will be like a winter slash spring palette because I feel like a lot of these shades are like very light and frosty enough that they're really good for winter, but at the same time, they're so rosy that it's perfect for springtime. All the flowers are blooming and you're gonna be matching all the flowers. The last palette is Dark Magic. I'm kind of holding this shade up because Diversion actually fell out while I was just handling the palette. So that kind of sucks. I hope that that's not something that's going to be wrong with all the shadows or with all the palettes. Hopefully, you know, it was just that one. I'm not the kind of person that minds gluing a shadow back into a palette, but it would kind of suck if that's an issue that all of them have. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it was just that one. But as you can tell, all the shades are very cool tone. Shush and Poof are kind of a little bit more warm tone. But this is definitely a cool tone palette. This is gonna be that palette that's gonna be really great for winter. It's got the really cool like evergreen teal shades, the grays, the kind of like pewter silver shade, and it's got a great black called Temptress. I'm really excited to swatch that one. Out of the 4, I would have to say this is probably the most popular one. It's the one that I've seen a lot of people purchase first. So I would definitely say Dark Magic is a winter palette. Bling Boss is definitely more of like a springtime palette. Armed and Gorgeous is definitely more of a fall palette, which is probably one of my favorites. And then Ring the Alarm is definitely the most summertime warm tone palette. So far, I really like the colors. I really like the layout of each palette. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I do kind of like how each one is almost themed after a season. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch these now, and then afterwards, I'll let you guys know what I think and then any further details. Alright guys, those were all the swatches. So if I had to pick my favorite palette from all of them, it would probably be Armed and Gorgeous. I just feel like it's very warm still. It's the one that's kind of like fall themed. But I like it because it has this green that if you want to do something more fun, you can. But it's just very gold toned. And I really like that. I usually wear a lot of gold. I don't really wear a lot of like neutrals or cool tones. So this one's definitely my favorite. Plus it has this shade called VIP, which is literally like diamond shade. It's so pretty. All the shades are so sparkly. My thoughts on all of the shadows in general is basically it's very pigmented. All of the shimmery colors were all super crazy vibrant. They were pigmented. I know you guys saw that purple from, I think it's called the Bling Boss palette. That's kind of like the pinky rosy palette. So that purple was so vibrant. The golds were super gold. The silvers were very silver. I loved that. The mattes, they did swatch kind of funny. They looked a little bit chalky, but they felt buttery. So even though they swatched kind of strange and I don't know, I wasn't crazy about the matte swatches, but still because of the texture and the pigment that I saw that it had, I know that it's going to be shadows that are really good to use. They're going to be really pigmented, and because they're buttery, that means that they're also going to be really easy to blend. I did really love the palette Dark Magic. That's the one that has all the teals and the greens and whatnot. This is a palette that is just so different from everything else that I have. I really haven't seen any makeup companies come out with a palette like this. All the colors are so beautiful. And this black Temptress, as you guys saw, it was so black, and you guys know that to find a good black eyeshadow is so hard. You can buy them separately for $14.99 for just one, or on Morphe's website they have them all together, the Vault, for $49, which you actually end up saving about $11, like I said. So it's really good price. And the really cool thing is that even though it's a new collection, you can use coupon codes. So I personally used, I think it was Dupe That, and you get an extra 10% off. So it really worked out. Honestly, it was so much more affordable than I thought it was going to be, especially considering the quality of these. They are crazy good. Now, we all know that Jaclyn already has really good taste in makeup, but she really outdid herself with these four. Her original palette, the white one that came out, I don't know if it was last year or the beginning of this year or anything. I didn't really like that one. It was a lot of neutrals. It did have some fun colors, but I just felt like it was a lot like the other palettes that I have. But these four are just so unique. They're so different. They have colors that are so crazy beautiful and pigmented and vibrant that even if you really do think that you have all the palettes that you need, I still recommend getting these. My verdict on these are definitely get them. If you are like me, that you're like, oh, I have all the palettes that I need, I literally have all the shades that I could possibly want, you're wrong, because you don't have these. These palettes really do have colors that no other palette that I own has, especially Dark Matter and Bling Boss. Bling Boss was the one that was kind of rosy toned, and then Dark Matter, like I said earlier, is the one with all the teals and blues. I don't have a lot of colors like those. They're really cool. The specific shades are just so pretty. There's a pewter, there's a rose toned, the burgundies are beautiful, the black, like I said, is so pigmented. All the shimmers are just butter, man. Like, they just look like liquid shimmer. They're that pigmented and that pretty. That's pretty much it, guys. So I give these four palettes 2 really big thumbs up. I think they're well worth it. I think the price is right, and I think the pigmentation is definitely there. I cannot wait to use them. I'm so happy I finally filmed this because now I can actually use them. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope you guys really love this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks, Jen.